regardless, male, female, have the opportunity to be heard. What we saw here was a lot of vilification of both sides, and I think that we're going to see that the ripple effects of that having happened in society.
And why is male abuse minimized? Like, why is the so-called stronger sex also still so afraid to speak up?
Well, I think we live in rape culture, right? Where we have defined traditional gender roles and we have these societal expectations of what a survivor looks like, how they act, and what a perpetrator may or may not be doing. And I think it really is about engaging in conversations with our young individuals, with our partners, with our friends about what healthy relationships are and really having those conversations.
And it's not always easy to recognize the signs of male domestic violence. Does it always have to be physical?
No, it does not. That is one form of violence, right? But it is so important to recognize that there's emotional abuse, the psychological abuse. Economic abuse is actually really, really common in domestic violence situations. And it's actually the #1 reason why an individual stays in a relationship, but also goes back to a relationship.
And in the Depp case, the jury decided Amber Heard lied when she claimed she was the victim of abuse. And as someone like yourself who helps survivors, what's your reaction when you hear someone could actually fake such serious allegations? Because this could really end a person's life.
It has significant impacts, and I think it does. We are going to see that ripple effect, and I think the case is about defamation, and the jury was intended to make a decision about whether defamation happened. And I think what we see with this verdict is there was defamation on both sides, and this isn't a conversation about whether or not abuse didn't or did happen. So making comments around lying, I think we need to stand in a space where we believe survivors and we listen to the conversations. We as a society become more knowledgeable about the different forms of domestic violence. So we're not saying someone's lying or it's allegations. It is about knowledge being gained and awareness being formed.
It's important to point out that the Houston Area Women's Center does help male victims as well. What is your advice to victims of any sex, especially with those first steps to escape an abuser and to so-called get their life back?
Right. I think what's so important is this is going to be potentially the most dangerous time for a survivor in making the decision to leave. That support is available. There are 24-hour hotlines that trained advocate crisis counselors can help along that process and go through options, so that way an individual can make a decision about what's best for them with some information and support.
Aly Jacobs, thank you so much. We appreciate it.